dedicated educational professional with 7 years of banking and more than 15 years of teaching experience in both a title and non-title school, who believes teaching is just not a profession but a use all your resources to push the community further. The great mentors warmly welcome Dr. Rupali Dhamdhere for talk show session. In many years of experience covering all aspects of school operations, including teaching, counseling and special program management, she has proven her ability to create and monitor policies and practices that promote a safe learning environment, ensure a school culture that encourages continuous improvements for teachers and students, and develop an environment that encourages open communication with colleagues, students and the community. Demonstrated knowledge and leadership in the area of state educational policies. She became a teacher to instill hope and aspiration in the youth, because she truly believed in their potential for a greater cause. She encouraged and supported her team of professionals to receive the rightful honor which they were worthy of. She strives to play an important role in the education and personal growth of children and adults by encouraging them to maximize their potential while promoting the interpersonal and communication skills essential in creating a positive and productive working environment. She has the personal and professional qualities that are well matched to school administration. Dr. Rupali has been conferred with so many prestigious awards. Recognized as one of the 50 most influential principals of India, 2019, by World Education Congress. Receiver of the Best Principal Award 2019, national level, for contribution to Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. CBSE Resource Person Workshop for CCE Training January 2016. Recognized as Top 25 Women Leaders in Indian Education Sectors 2018 and many other recognitions and awards.
Hello friends, a dedicated educational professional with 7 years of banking and more than 15 years of teaching experience in both a title and non-title school, who believes teaching is just not a profession but a use all your resources to push the community further. On behalf of the great mentors, me, Sushil Sinha, warmly welcomes Dr. Rupali Dhamdhere, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for giving us your valuable time and most welcome on our platform.
Thank you so much, sir.
Ma'am, first we would like to go through your professional journey up to this point. Please share with us.
Okay. So, sir already shared, yes, I am into education by choice, and I think that this was the right profession for me, because sitting behind the desk in a bank did not give me that kind of satisfaction that I get here today as a teacher, as an educator, where you are actually interacting with the children and are watching them face to face. And, the satisfaction that you get when you see a smiling face going back home, it gives you a feeling that, yes, you've done something fruitful in a day today. So I think that is the takeaway that I take home every single day. And I look forward for it every morning as well.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your professional journey. You are more emphasized to emotional well-being. What exactly is this?
Emotional well-being is both, central to learning and the outcome of learning. So it is like a multi-dimensional, a factor wherein it is about feeling well and also functioning well in the same manner. Now, we all were, very well aware in all these years about IQ, but we feel EQ, that is emotional quotient, is also very, very important, which is obviously related to emotional well-being. And today, if you go to see, the EQ and the IQ need to be at the same level for a person to function in a better and a normal way. And now that we have been through this difficult 2 years, so I think this emotional well-being holds utmost importance, wherein we give importance to our own thought processes, the way we function, even in the tiniest of manner that we do. Even if we are looking at following the routine on a daily basis, even that has become, a factor where we need to look in and which needed our attention.
Great, ma'am. How it is exactly important for students?
It is important for students, as in it takes care of, your physical, social, and your mental well-being together. So when we are talking about physical, we are talking about your mobility, your physical activity. Then we are talking about social when you're talking about the relations that you have with your friends, with your family, and whether even to the extent whether you are, socially interactive. Today, when we say socially engaged and socially active, the children today immediately get the idea of whether they are socially online, interactive online. But I still feel that we need to understand whether we are socially active when it comes to talking to each other. Today, even if we take children, or we have a family over, or relatives over, or your own family, you would find the children of both the families either with their mobiles or with their gadgets, instead of they actually looking to at each other, facing each other and talking to each other. A child's response, I think, within fraction of seconds when it comes to responding online. But a child to talk about himself or herself in front of the guests or any third person and introduce herself or himself takes a little while today. And this is what is worrying.
Really, ma'am? It really happens. What do you think in different stages of children, different age group of children, they are having different kind of emotional need, or they are having different kind of emotional feelings?
Yeah, the emotional well-being, yes, it would differ as per the age group, because a child who's a 3-year-old, for that child, an emotional well-being is to understand the feeling of happiness, to understand when the child is hungry, to understand when the child is angry. Today, even if the child is understanding these basic emotions, now these may sound very basic, but believe me, sir, what happens is, when today, if you look at certain children at that age, they cry for everything. They would cry when they are hungry, they would cry when they are angry, they would cry even if they're frustrated, they would cry if they're annoyed. And if you ask them why they are crying, they're exactly not able to say the reason why they're crying. And what happens is, not understanding emotions leads to further complications. So if the parent at that point of time understands that this child is crying because of this, and the parent also takes the child is crying because the child is hungry. So every time the child does that, something is fed into the child's mouth. That is again leading to another problem. So, we need to understand these are very, very basic things. And I think this can be done with us also when we are not feeling really good. And we can say that I am angry today because of so and so reason. Because we also are, as humans, yes, we will cry, we'll throw tantrums, we'll do this. And it is okay to let the child know that it is okay to be angry. It's an emotion. You don't have to hold on to it. There's nothing wrong in being angry. It's completely okay to be angry. It's completely okay to be annoyed. But how do you deal with that, and how to react in that situation, is important. And that the child needs to know that anyone, my mother, my father, my brother, sister, everyone can get angry. It's fine. And it is an emotion and it will pass. So this is, I think, what we need to start doing and inculcating in our children. It's not a solution not to get angry. No. So it's okay to get angry. It's okay to cry, but to understand and how to deal with it. The way you react, I think, is important.
Really, it's a natural reflection of our psychology. But
Yes.
it's a natural reflection of our feelings. If I am feeling something bad, so definitely it is going to be reflected in my character. So I think you are perfectly right. How to deal with that, that is very much important. What's the role of teacher in dealing all these sensitive problems? It's not a
Now
problem,
the
it's actually uh, whatever the things
Yeah,
are.
Yeah, I do understand. You're saying, how does a teacher deal with such concerns? Now, a teacher's role is become a little more bigger when it is coming to these things post-pandemic situations. Because today, the teacher has reached the living room of the child, and the child has reached into the areas of the house where earlier the child was not even aware of. The family being in the house 24/7. So there are a lot of things that have been exposed in front of children that were not done earlier. So a lot of things have come into focus, have come in the forefront, wherein earlier those things were not very openly discussed. The children were not even aware that these things are happening in my house. So, the children today are talking about finances. I'm not saying it's wrong to talk about finances, but they're talking about finances because they are listening to the parents talking about it. They're talking about pay cuts. They're talking about, job insecurity. They're talking about the office scenarios. They're talking about the things that are happening in office. And, they're trying to actually identify their problems with those problems that the elders are facing. And then there is a big mix up, and they are getting the same words and same emotions to school now that they started coming back. You won't believe it, sir. The children in school are saying, oh, they're playing politics. So, these things are coming from where? I understand that the parents must have said something, it is their kind of scenario where in the office situation, or they must have shared, and I am not going to do this, or there are pay cuts going on, and the children talking heavily about finances. They're talking heavily about the other things that are happening. So I think the teacher's job becomes very, very important here, because she herself, first being a human being, she is wanting to first stabilize herself and balance out herself to be in front of the children, and also handle the children and handle every child's problem case to case, because here one solution applied to all does not work. So then how she twists and turns the conversation when it takes a wrong turn and things like that. She tries to handle every child. Now we also find that some children who are really chirpy and very outspoken and very confident 2 years back, now when they've come back to school, you find these children very quiet, very down in their shells. They were children when they left the school, and now when they've come back, they've become teenagers. They've just got into their puberty. So many things, and having no contact. They've seen their classmates as children. Now they see their classmate as a grown up. A lot of mixture of emotions happening here. So to handle that, you need to just take things very, very easy. And you need to make them feel, of course, it is normal, but you need to make them feel very, very pacified and very, very normal at all times, so that they can slowly come over these issues and these concerns.
Now, I think teachers, they need more patience than earlier. Earlier, they used to be naughty, so only they had to face with their naughtiness or whatever the things were they were easily playing in classrooms and all. But the biggest challenge is now, because they are emotionally in different stages right now. So teachers' challenge is even bigger nowadays. They need
Yes,
more
yes.
patience to tackle all these things. Ma'am, what would you like to suggest to the parents on this matter?
To the parents, I'd like to say that yes, they're still children, and I think somewhere the childhood is getting stolen. So we need to see that we keep that intact, that innocence intact, and we try to give that to them. We try to still treat them as kids of their age. I'm not saying do not discuss things and things like that, but I think let us not let them lose their innocence. Let us be there for them, and let us try to understand their emotions. Let us also restrict ourselves in a certain way, if we want to react, because they're looking at us. and maybe they're making their opinions that, okay, this is how you are supposed to deal with the situation. So, so we always need to be very, very conscious as to how we are going to react and respond to anything that is happening around us, because there are those two little eyes always watching you constantly.
Very much true, ma'am. Thank a lot to summarize all this important issue. Actually, you summarizes the very important thing in very compact way. In coming time, we will again be back to you to prepare a kind of series, because this is really the needed topic, not only for children, society as a whole. They are in need of this topic post-pandemic,
Yes.
at least, right? So
Yes.
we will be coming back to you very soon for your audience to make a series of this, to elaborate on a particular topic in a very broad manner.
Definitely, we can have it for students and for parents, because age group, because it varies from one age group to the other. Definitely.
Yes, because this is a kind of summarize, right? But the child who is under the age of 5, the child who is under between the age group of 6 to 14, all the child need to be taken care in a different way. So we will be coming with that kind of series very soon with ma'am, and hopefully ma'am will also enjoy in that process, because their side you will get more time to elaborate each and of every topic in an elaborated way, and you will also be having to interact with parents and teachers as well. So that will be more beneficial for audience.
Definitely, definitely. It's always an honor, sir, and a pleasure to be on your platform.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for your valuable time giving to us, to our audience, and being on platform with us. Thank you a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.